Welcome to the Blak Cast. I am your host, the one and only lovable bad guy, the black jack of all trades. And unlike the NFL, yes, I do have a pair of nuts in between my legs.
What's up, guys? It's at I'll here on Twitter. Well, this is not Twitter, but you can find me on Twitter. But actually, this is the Blak Cast, and thank you so much for joining us.
Yep. So before we really get underway, a brief moment of silence. It's probably all over the news today. We lost a music icon in Aretha Franklin. She died at the age of 76. 18 Grammys. 18 Grammys. She performed at WrestleMania 3. She's did the inauguration for 3 presidents. So
she did the I think this national anthem, I think, at an NBA Finals game, or a Super Bowl, something of that nature.
I believe you. I think you're right. So, moment of silence for Aretha Franklin. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys.
Alright, so we're going to be playing Dead by Daylight. Now, Nolly, you've played this game. I have not. So I've never even touched this game. I've heard of it from a couple of other people, but I've never played this game. Why don't you fill us in on what's going on?
So this is a game where you basically have 4 survivors and 1 killer. And throughout the several different maps they have several killers, several survivors. And what's neat about this game is that some of the killers are from your favorite horror movies like Freddy, Halloween. You know, you have Michael Myers. You have the pig from Saw. And you also, on the survivor side, you have Detective Tapp from Saw and other unlockable DLC characters at your expense. And so what you're going to do when you get into the game as a survivor, you're going to go to the generators, and you're going to try to power on those generators to get a power supply uplink to actually open the gates and escape. But the great thing about this game, Blackjack, is that there's more to just survive. You know, generator 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, done. You have what you call a totem. Now you can cleanse that totem, and you can weaken the enemy's strength, which is the killer. You can basically search for toolboxes or search for items. But why don't we just let the game do the talking right now, and you guys will see I'm talking about how awesome this game is, you know?
Sounds good. Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. I am digging it. So it's kind of like a multiplayer survival horror deal.
A dream or whatever, and you were in this place with 4 other people and 1 killer, and you have to just act on instinct how to survive. That's basically how the game goes, you know? And that's what's so cool about the game. Yeah, that's what's so neat about the game. Alright, I think I joined your session, bro. Let me make sure I did. Am I in your session?
Does not look like it. There we go.
Oh,
there you are.
Here I am. So
I'm Dwight Fairfield.
I will be Meg Thomas. Level 9 with Meg.
Yeah, and as you can see, I'm level 1, so I've never played. Like I said, I've never played this game before. So let's get this shit started.
Absolutely. Let me do my loadout. And another thing about this game is the level up with your player level. basically, you have your character level, your survivor, your killer level, and then you have your player level, then a survivor rank. So basically, what the player level, basically what the survivor level is that you're gonna go into your blood web, to the left. And
Right.
once you get those blood points from doing these tasks in the game, you'll be able to max out your character, and so on, so on, so on. And get items, get add-ons, offerings, perks, and a whole shebang of good other shit to help your game experience Dead by Daylight. So I'm doing that. I'm configuring my item, my add-ons, and my offering. All have a pivotal point in the game. I am readying up. Voila.
Alrighty. Match starts in 2, 1.
Field goal.
And as you know, I did take a subliminal shot at the NFL because
It's just like, it's crazy because it's a, everyone knows that it's probably the most popular sport in this country, in the United States, and it has so much potential to influence people. And so, as everyone knows, the past 2 years are probably, or more than 2 years, it could have been with, what's his name, the guy with the 49ers, Colin Kaepernick, taking the knee.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what you're talking about, stuff with...
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah. If you don't stand for anything, then it doesn't really make sense. So I totally understand how you feel about the NFL, bro. If people don't stand for anything, you're basically a cutting board. And then they're gonna throw you out, get a new cutting board. You're basically a cutting board. You know what I'm saying, man? It's like, you're just being used and used and used if you have no purpose to actually stand up for the things that you feel are right.
But my thing is the NFL has had every opportunity to step in front of the whole knee thing, and it's been the public who's misconstrued this entire thing. This entire thing about, the knee is disrespecting the country and the knee is disrespecting this and that. Like, no, it had nothing to do with it. It was freaking because of the police brutality.
Yeah. But really, and what you saw was people of all, from different ethnicities, in the NFL, coming together, interlocking arms at different parts, bowing or taking a knee. You saw that from both Caucasian and African American players. So really, it was inspiration. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that, like I was saying, it's such an influential platform in America. Football is, and of course, people are gonna watch it. Some people are gonna like what's going on. Some people are not. And I know some people may say it's a sport, play the game and shut the fuck up. But actually, we're there's actual people that are doing these things, and people have real feelings despite if it's a game or despite if they had a purge and shit got fucked up in the country or whatever. This is it's. I mean, but despite anything that actually goes on.
Okay, it's kind of hard to see. Yeah, I go ahead.
It's the mist, bro. The mist. It's that dark mist. But I was saying, like, despite whether a game's being played or despite its politics, these are citizens of the world, first and foremost. Screw the country, ethnicity, categories, we're all humans and we're all here to make a difference, so that's their job. They have the right to, if there's unions, in other jobs, you have Teamster and stuff like that in different jobs, where they create unions. why can't you have something where these people that have so much money and so much influence, helping the community out in different ways? You know, that should be something that is there,
Right.
you know, implemented. It really
Okay, I
should.
can't. Okay, I'm trying to find you, and
I'm on a generator. If you look, like if you walk around and you could look up, and if you see light bulbs, you know, like headlights type thing, those are the generators. That's
oh,
the
somebody
best
got
way
caught.
you can find them. Yeah.
Ah, shit. Damn it. I'm trying to repair what looks like a Slurpee machine.
Yeah. I was using the toolbox. Yeah, it's the that's the summer barbecue event where basically once you fix one of those, you have a chance to get 50 in 4 days. It's 4 days now, I think, until you get a chance to get your perker, your unlockable character if you complete the quest for the summer barbecue event. So if you do 50 of those, Blackjack,
Hmm.
you'll get a new character.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Oh, somebody got hooked. Somebody's on the hook.
I love the toolbox because with the toolbox you can sabotage these hooks and basically, but depending on what type of toolbox you have, you can't sabotage hooks or mechanize and fix generators for long. Ah, freaking trap. I got caught in a trap. Oh,
Wait.
okay, I think, okay, there's a cocktail machine right here. Oh, they disconnected. That person disconnected.
Ah. Okay,
Alright, so alright, L1 is to run, L2 is to crouch. And that's and to interact with these things is R1.
yeah, but how do you get? I'm trying to get out of this freaking box.
Okay, press R1. It's the red box, right? Press R1. That's how you pivot in and out of the box. R1. Basically the upright
I think it blacked out.
casket. I see. So,
It disconnected
but
from
yeah,
the host.
if I could really, oh man, at least we get blood points, I think. Hopefully.
Yeah, we got some.
I'm still connected. Honestly, I am. Or maybe. Okay. I guess as long as I'm in the game and it shows I'm in the game, I'll play the game. An average amount of time to get good at it, you know. And then you just yeah, it's an efficiency game. You know, the more you play it and the more you invest time into it, it gets really good. Okay, that was the disconnect you're talking about. Okay, I see.
Yeah, disconnected from the host.
They did us dirty.
That was kind of dirty.
At least I got some blood points, I think.
Yeah, we got a few blood points from it. Like I was hitting the thing trying to get out, and I'm like, "Come on, come on, come on, you stupid thing!"
You're in that red casket?
Yeah, I was in the red basket, and there was a generator.
Oh, yeah.
So I was trying to get out and help with the
R1.
generator, and then freaking all of a sudden, the damn thing disconnected. And I'm like, seriously?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. But yeah, the hiding, you could hide behind almost anything in this game. You can hide behind trees, you can hide behind the whatever planks and stuff, or that's a big thing in the game too, is hiding.
Yeah.
This game is composed with great storylines for each of these killers and survivors. Just to let you know.
Mm.
They put a lot of, effort into, outlaying plots for, the killers and what they go through, or, the survivors and stuff. So that makes it, a little bit better,
Okay, you can change her look too. So, God, that guy looks like a dork.
Right.
That guy looks like such a dork.
That's not bad. Decent.
Boy, I'm trying to think of what sport in America today actually has a set of balls that they're actually going to step in between controversy. I want to say hockey. But
Yeah,
then
that
again,
seems like something that would, yeah.
like,
That's
but
interesting.
again, hockey really doesn't have much controversy.
They usually all handle their problems on the, they get their fighting done. They get, whatever they want to do, they get it all out on the ice. Kind of
Mm.
same way with soccer, The flopping happens in soccer, all that stuff, the flopping and
Oh,
the yellow card and all that stuff. So, um, for some reason, uh, football, baseball, and basketball in America are the main platforms for controversy. And um, I guess you do have some advocates out there in these sports, but it's unfortunate, but it's a necessity in life that with suffering comes change, and with change there's denial, and people get upset and people get offended, and we see that, Blackjack. We see that all throughout civilization, that people that are aspiring to make change, they get treated illy, in an ill fashion. They may get killed, to be honest. Just to be honest. King, X, people like that, assassinations happening. Um, and, it's one of those things where, as I was saying, the different methods and steps in my own mind, that's my opinion, with change comes motivation to a group of people, and then comes denial from a population. There comes the freaking propaganda and, the lobbying on, either side.
Oh, God.
But it's a scary game a bit, isn't it, bro?
Oh,
It really
dude,
is.
the killer just scared the crap out of me.
What is it? What killer is it? Do you know what it looks like?
Oh, God, he got me.
Oh no.
It's some kind of weird mummy thing.
Oh, that's the hag, I think. She pops up out of nowhere, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Get me off, 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 get me off. Yes!
There it is.
I'm like, get me off, get me off, get me off, get me off. Yes! I'm out!
I mean, hopefully we'll see. I think that there's a lot of people these days, Blackjack, that have a voice, but too many times we don't see enough diversity. And I'm not talking cultural diversity. I'm talking about methodology. The methods of being diverse. How music has played a key role throughout the generations. I think there needs to be musical revival in this country, bro, where people get together and you know, can listen to music, free music, you know, and do different things, you know. For instance, how Woodstock happens, and you know, the Vietnam War was going on, and I don't know if you've seen the movie Black Jacket's an excellent movie, Woodstock 3 Days of Peace and Music documentary.
I don't think I've seen that one.
But just to kind of correlate that with what I'm talking about with peace and protest, you know, music could be a way to protest, you know, and you don't have to be marching in the streets of Washington D.C. and protesting and you know, picket fork and you know, shit like that. You could just sit down, listen to your music, you know, do whatever you gotta do, sit down, enjoy the music, close your eyes, feel the beat, feel the rhythm, you know, and that's a protest because I think the biggest thing that a government could do to hurt a civilization is to pull them apart.
Jeez!
You know,
We should stop doing that!
Yeah, that's what happens.
My heart is
like, the Hag will always
my heart cannot take much more of this. My heart cannot take much more of this. I'm scared. Ah! Wait, he's behind me? Yeah, he's still behind me.
Oh yeah. So if you see some of your compadres in the game, survivors, hello survivors, if you reunite with them, you get 200 blood points.
Yeah, I'm trying. Guy got me again.
Alright, are you on the hook? No, you're not. Okay, I'm gonna get that hook person. Alright, let's go.
Come on.
That was funny. The hag teleported.
Damn, he got me on the hook. Got me on the hook.
I love that with each character comes just a whole dense population of attributes that the character has, especially the killers. You know, because that perk that the hag has to pop up and teleport is specifically, I mean, it's a no-brainer, but it's specifically perk that's tailored to that killer.
Yeah.
And then you have the other killers that hopefully we'll get to see.
I'm done. I'm done. Dead.
I may be dead too.
God.
I'm trying to wiggle myself free.
Whew. But yeah,
like,
I got sacrificed.
Yeah.
Okay, so spectate. I'm on
somebody
else got. Oh no, it's you.
Yeah, I'll try to escape. Didn't work.
So what's this? What are these old tentacle things? What are these old tentacle things that's appearing out of nowhere and then just kind of shish kebab you alien style?
I think that's the way that you get sacrificed, or it may be a part of the entity, or
Oh,
it's part of the sacrifice, I guess.
Oh, you got rescued.
I will use my med kit to heal myself because I do not want to waste a med kit. Cost blood points.
I don't think I was the first one to die though, or was I?
Yeah, you could tell if you look at the bottom left-hand corner, the skull is the person that has been sacrificed to the entity.
Oh man, so I was the first one.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
Damn it, man! This is why black people do not belong in horror movies. It's a horror movie cliche. The black guy always goes first.
Yeah, that's.
You can't sit there and tell me it's not a horror movie cliche of the black guy dying first.
I I remember, man, in the 90s, that was like the main thing. Like in the 90s, you know, you had, well, hey, this one, in Scream, Drew Barrymore died first. Remember that one? Scream?
Oh, God. Yes, I do remember.
Alright, so, but and I still remember what you did last summer, or I'll always know what you did last summer.
Oh.
The African American guy did die first, I believe, with Melissa Joan Hart.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
But no,
yeah,
probably the one movie that the black guy didn't die first was the remake of Friday the 13th, which.
I remember there was, I think, Freddy versus Jason, and you had, what's her name? Kelly Rowland. And
from Destiny's Child, yeah.
Yeah, I think she died first, possibly, maybe not.
No, she didn't die first. No, she didn't die first. She wasn't the first one to die.
Yeah.
It was oh man, those jump scares.
But yeah, I totally remember.
Well,
back in the day.
Yeah. Well, Cuddy Buddy, here's the only one left, girl. Just run.
It was always like the black person at first, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm coughing and I was muting my mic, so the cough wouldn't spam the stream.
Right.
I'm eating some flaming hot Cheetos and
nothing wrong with some flaming hot Cheetos.
They're wonderful. It is wonderful.
Speaking of music, me and my mom had this conversation just like the other day about just music and Jesus, I'm not even playing. I'm still getting heart attacks.
All right, she could find the hatch, and if she does, she escapes.
But is the generator fixed or?
Oh, when you're the last one, you could go to the hatch. There it is. Is that it?
Ah, gotcha.
Is that it? Turn around.
Wait, turn
around. Shit.
You know she can't
You
hear
saw
us.
that, didn't you? Didn't you see that?
I
it was
think
like a latch. Yeah, it was like a latch that was open. But you
no,
can tell the hatch, like the hatch is clear.
But no, me and my mom had this conversation the other day, to where we were talking about music artists that just really kind of just irked us, and me, I put like 3 on the list. And I'm probably gonna catch heat for this, but you know what? I really don't give a shit. So one of them is Cardi B.
Yeah, I could. I can live without that. I agree with you.
I mean, the one song of hers that I do like is "I Like It" with I forgot who else was in the song, but I do like that song. Other than that, though, Cardi B is like, it's like, why are you here? Why do you exist? So the second one, my family knows this. Oh my, damn it!
I get you every time.
This thing pops out of nowhere?
It does. It's the teleport hag perk.
Man. I think they just do that just to. I think that person did that just to screw with everybody, and just to give everybody just a freaking heart attack.
It's a possibility.
Okay, so the second person is Beyonce, and my family knows I can't stand Beyonce in any way, shape, or form.
I used to like her, like when she was a Destiny's Child.
Yep.
I mean, so many people like Destiny's Child, you know?
I liked Destiny's Child. I liked Destiny's Child. It's just when she went solo is when I really couldn't stand her.
Yeah.
Run, baby girl.
Who do you have
baby
as
girl.
number 3, Blackjack?
Huh?
Who do you have as number 3 on your list of musicians that you can't stand?
One more is, and I used to like him, and now it's like, what's wrong with you, buddy? is Kanye West.
I guess his persona off of the stage is a killer.
That's the thing. I mean, he's a fantastic artist. It's just his off-screen antics are what kills it. Oh damn, got found. Yeah, I just thought about this. Has there ever been a horror movie where an Asian was the survivor? Like, I mean, it's not me being racist. That's a legitimate. To me, that's a legitimate question.
Godzilla, of course. I mean, what's Godzilla considered a horror movie? Kinda. Godzilla 2000. Remember Godzilla 2000?
Oh, okay, yeah. Yep, we all got killed.
Oh no.
Well. Okay, so that was the first full match of Dead by Daylight, and freaking. If we count the number of heart attacks I almost had. Okay, so who would you pit on music artists that kind of irk you?
I would probably have to say, I don't really have an artist that I'm really, pinpointing right now, to be exact.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably have to say as a collective. There's certain there's a certain specific type of music movement, quote unquote, that I don't like, and it's just the mindless music that just feeds the machine, quote unquote, and kind of gets things more distracted, and stuff of that nature. I music that irks me basically is music that that is just totally meaningless, or just totally too mainstream. I like to notoriety in a in more popular settings, and so some shit that you just stumble upon. Like say if you go to artists and you're like, okay, artists that are also like this, or that fans actually like this, and I look through that, or maybe I'll go and pinpoint a station on Spotify. But basically, the only music I have an issue with is the music that's meaningless and just contributes to a social problem of not having control, or the meaningless corruption. That's the only type of music I have a problem with. Other than that.
So what would be your opinion on the whole mumble rap that's been going on over the past year and a half?
I used to listen to a lot of it, and I would probably say I've chilled out so much between that and now. And honestly, I don't really listen to it. I don't like music that degrades women. Honestly, I would rather someone talk about music that they just have about, their gang affiliation, rather than hearing them talk about the female sex. So talking about using and abusing sexually females. Your I guess your jewelry is all nice, shit like that, and it gets old because, like I'm saying, the meaning isn't really that.
It ain't really there.
No, yeah, I don't see it, and you have to know that some of these rappers or any of these musicians are not going to be maybe relevant. It could be 3 years, but not all of them, have the type of legacy or the money that these people like Madonna and, for instance, like even Paul McCartney, because that's the only Beatle that they look at. And, or Jay-Z, Beyonce, Lady Gaga. Not everyone has the money,
Mm.
or the affiliation, So, um, going back to mumble rap, the meaning is just totally uh not apparent, and it's disrespectful to females. Now, not all rap music is that way. Um,
Of
and
course not.
for the yeah, and for all the different subgenres of hip hop that you have, and for all the musical ensembles, like I would probably say the Far Side, um, Gangstar, A Tribe Called Quest. You have those that kind of you could play, around your little nephews and shit like that. Just some
Mm-hmm.
rap music like that. That's just simple. Going back to the days of artists like Slick Rick, Run DMC, the BC Boys. Just legends and shit. Before we got down to disrespecting women, and before being illiterate and being, I'm not saying having typos or having slang is bad, but the fame of being lesser than the potential that we have. Because you follow me on Twitter, bro. All I
Mm-hmm.
talk about is potential and manifestation and shit like that in a nutshell. So when the potential is given to shit that doesn't matter, I don't want to be trapped in that vacuum. So with the mumble rap, I can live without it. Political rap or classic hip hop from the 80s or 90s, Run DMC, Tribe Called
Uh-huh.
Quest, I fucks with it, bro. Absolutely. You know.
Definitely.
So favorite genre of music, your go, or favorite artist that you have?
Uh, Nas.
Oh yeah,
Like,
same.
hands down, is Nas.
I would say probably favorite street conscious rapper. Not street conscious, but just conscious in general. I really love Common. I saw Common at the Cincy Music Festival in Ohio
Mm-hmm.
about 2 weeks ago, and he was playing with the Roots. Um, I've always wanted to see the Roots. I'm glad I got a chance to see him. Um, the the material of music, that you find from these basically what I would call, Blackjack, the predecessors of the African American music, of music style, that kind of brought it to where the unity was there and the love was there. Some shit like, being in New York City, hanging on your stoop and everyone just fucking chilling. You got the
Mm-hmm.
kids and shit. They took off the fucking bolts and screws on the fire hydrant, and you're just chilling. You got a fucking popsicle. Your girl's wearing some Daisy Duke shorts. It's all to the good. You know what I'm saying? So it's all
Hell
to the
yeah.
good. I love music like that, bro. Fuck,
Hell
like,
yeah.
man, like, honestly. But yeah, I like some conscious hip hop. Like I like Common. I like some rock music too. Rock music is pretty decent,
Mm-hmm.
It's very emotional, but it is
Yeah.
what it is.
A lot of it is pretty emotional. All right, so one more. All right, so one more, and then I'm gonna try not to be the first one to die.
Yeah, it takes practice, and a good thing to understand is that when you see the cornfield, run and try to stay in the cornfield as much as possible because that would be your aid. High grass. If you see the killer, change your right analog stick, your right joystick thing, to see the radius of where the killer may be. If he's behind you, hide behind a tree as fast as possible.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Me, I just ran. Like I literally just ran.
Yeah. And it's good when you don't see the killer to just make sure you're looking for the killer, making sure that you're hiding. You know, abuse that L2 crouch button, dude. It's your friend. Okay, so let's see where these generators are. But yeah, that the thick fog is called the dark mist. and it has a few perks and it has a few strategies. So if you increase the dark mist, of course, the killer is gonna have a more difficult time to find you. But
But
you seeing the killer, you know, it's gonna tax that too.
yeah,
So when you lessen the dark mist, he can see you better, but you can be more stealthy and see him, maybe and then maybe have that heads up, type thing.
yeah. So it's kind of a double. So the mist is kind of a double-edged sword, is what you're saying. Like,
Give
yeah,
and take.
it can help
Yeah,
you,
it
but it
is.
can hurt you as well.
It's kind of yin and yang. Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. But it's always one of my favorite offerings to attach to my loadout when I do have that.
Hmm.
So I'm fixing the generator on the breezy margarita uh thing. Yeah, here comes the killer.
I'm not even in the game. Like, it's still loading for me. Like, what the heck?
Oh, for real?
Yeah, like I'm
Shit.
not even in. This is weird.
Damn, I see at the bottom there's only three of us in here. Do you want me to back out of this game?
Uh,
I may not get blood points, but it's whatever. Um, hmm. Here, let me get out of this game.
yeah. So I think the game crashed on me. So this is the second time that a game has crashed. Last time it was Paladins. This time it's freaking Dead by Daylight. What
That's
is
no good.
going? Like, what is going on?
All right, so let me get out of this game.
Yeah, and then just start one up
Leave
and then
match.
invite me.
Ah. Okay, survive with friends. Blackjack the Ripper.
There we go. And
Is it on the loading screen?
yeah, it's on a loading screen. Like it's freaking loading. Like I'm not getting. Like I'm like trapped on this. I'm trapped on this demonic loading screen.
Oh no. Yeah, I know the servers are working, but hmm.
Yeah, servers are working just. We're working just fine. I mean, I don't know what the hell's going on, but God, I really didn't want it.
This has been a
But
problem for several people the past few days.
uh, well, apparently it's a problem for me too. But yeah, we'll cut the show right here. We'll probably play some more later on. Play some more later on off stream. Off stream, me get actually better at this and hopefully not die within the first like 10 minutes.
Yeah, bro. Absolutely, dude. And that is the
But
Blak Cast at its finest.
there you go. You can follow me on Twitter at BlackJackDoRipper.
And you can follow me at Nolly Hero on Twitter. Add my gamer tag to Nolly Hero on PS4, PlayStation Network.
Like, subscribe, share with your friends, and no matter what you are, where you be, make sure you always be real.
Be